Tonight, from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Tennessee Titans.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. McNair to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Walker. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. On 3rd down, Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now McNair off the play fake. And Walker has it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. For Johnson, the numbers for his performance from last week, 20 carries, 74 yards.
Yeah, he could very well be on his way to a rushing title, but guess what? His offensive line, they're meeting separately because they want that rushing title as much as he does, and they want to make sure they get him there.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. On 2nd down, it's George. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. He finds his man complete. That's George. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. How about this for an opening drive decision? You got 4th and short, just outside of field goal range in all likelihood. What do you do?
I'm going for it. I've got to go get it right now. I want to establish a tone. It's early in the game. I want to let my offense know that I believe in them. And you know something else? I let my defense know I believe in them also by taking that gamble. If we don't get it, it's okay. You guys will cover for me.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Here we go with Johnson. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. McNair. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. From the gun, a run for Johnson. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs. It gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Here's McNair. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Now McNair. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. Now McNair. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on 3rd down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
And this one is right through. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
So now the Rams will get their first opportunity with a football. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Running right, here's Falk. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. The numbers for Falk a week ago: 18 carries, 117 yards, and a touchdown.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff, because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
Now a handoff here to his running back, and he'll get it down here to the 43. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Second and 2. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Holt. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up fourth. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start first and 10. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Johnson running left.
Don't stop that motor.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. A first down carry here for Johnson. He spins free, and he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 42 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
How many times do we say in this game is speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
On first down, it's Johnson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Running from the gun, Johnson. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short. To throw, McNair. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And he will have a Titans first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, it's McNair. Britt's got it, complete. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. On second down now, it's Johnson. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. The Titans on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, McNair. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And for the second time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board. So
the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. They are still in search of their first points of the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a first down. Gonna give this time to the tailback, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Here's a 2nd and 7. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. He'll look to throw. It's complete. He finds Falk here. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. He finds his man, complete. It's Holt. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the Rams are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. Back to throw again. And it's caught. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. Jackson. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did, that time for a loss.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So a conservative decision there, but it does put him on the board.
And I know the players hate it and the coaches hate it, but sometimes you just got to take the points when they're there. Sometimes a field goal is pretty darn good.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. On second down, McNair. Throw left side complete. That's Mason. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The busy night continues for Johnson. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it second down. From the gun, here's McNair. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. On third down, McNair. Caught here left side by Brett. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He'll drop to throw. Open man right side is Cup, complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense set to go again. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Screen play, Johnson. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Looking to throw. McNair. He finds his man. Complete. It's Walker. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. McNair completes it right side to Brett. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. McNair. He'll drop this down to Johnson underneath. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Operating from the gun. McNair. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. On now is the Titans punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt, certainly not what he wanted. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And this one is incomplete. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the 2nd quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the 2nd quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the 2nd half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Holt. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now a give left side to Falk. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he's going to have it 35. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7. Touchdown, Rams. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams have taken the lead. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And he's got it as the lead is now 10-6. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the 3rd. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They'll look to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
The 71 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. We'll credit that sack to Robert Quinn. I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? We're usually talking about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
Looking to throw on second down. McNair. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Back to throw. McNair. He has Britt over the middle. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker.
Brandon, a good idea there on third down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
On now is the Titans punter as he's on to kick it away. It's a 40-yard punt, but they lose yardage on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yeah,
run what you do best.
Exactly.
Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. They go play action here on 1st down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Now they try the right side here. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And in the early going, the running game, as we see the numbers, it just wasn't on point. Well, now it's gotten more true to form.
And sometimes it takes a little while for an offensive line to get in sync, because early in the game, defenses throw different patterns at you, different formations, different sets, and you might not block them quite the way you want to, but as you start to get into a groove and you figure out what they're doing, now it all comes together, and that's what we're seeing right now.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Play action. It's McNair. Looking deep for Bennett. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Holt. And I think the ball's out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Defensively, well done to jar that free. I'll tell you what, though, offensively, he's got to be lucky after the catch and the fumble that didn't go too far away from him.
And the way the football is shaped, it's not built to bounce true, is it? It can squirt in any direction and move in any way. He was so lucky. Thank his lucky stars, he was able to get that one back.
Flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's complete. They're going to get the first. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
You know, I always talk about when teams line up for long field goals, that you should be in a safe defense.
Right.
But you're also in a position here where this is a makeable kick. So rushing it is also part of this strategy. Maybe they use their aggressiveness against them on that fake.
Yeah, with a low trajectory, they're coming in hot, trying to block it. And you're right, and obviously it worked out. And they'll get this down to the 10. 51 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. He'll go right back to the ground with Falk. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on, and Remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Looking to throw. McNair. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now a handoff as they run left side. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
This is caught. And the Rams are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. On play action, they'll throw. He's got it. It's Higbee. Touchdown Rams. Tyler Higbee. His first touchdown on the year. And the Rams are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's Mariani. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. A gain of 6 there on 1st. McNair to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down. McNair. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
On 1st and 10, McNair. And Walker has it. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Now McNair. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. 7 yards, the pickup there. McNair. And Walker with it over the middle. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 21. Here's McNair. And he will find his man on the outside. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And he's got it. And it's a Titans touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Titans are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here are the Rams to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He finds his man. Complete. It's Holt. 7 yards, the pickup there.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. 2nd and 3. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. The Rams on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This time it's 3rd and 3. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
He just held on to the football too long there, Charles. That's point blank, right?
Yeah, I agree with that totally. You've got to have that internal clock that goes in your head that says either get rid of the football or flush and go and use your legs and try and pick up the first down. I think he hung in there too long, and the blitz got to him.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. A 44-yard punt. They're going to wind up losing yardage on the return, though. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. On first down, it's McNair. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Walker. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Come on, baby. We got to do our job. We got to do our job.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw, McNair. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. From the gun on 3rd down. McNair. And a high throw there as this is knocked away. Down to the ground and incomplete. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Now a handoff here to his running back. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And to give this time to the tailback. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll run on 3rd down with Falk. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
The Rams go victory formation as they take the knee. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one are thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for L.A.,